my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed. I want to start by thanking you for all of the birthday wishes. I am so humbled. Every single one of you means so much to me. Happy birthday to every single one of you. To my Aries gang, to Scorpio, to Aquarius, to all of the zodiacs of the year, all of the months of the year. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for your unconditional love that you give me. I do not take it lightly. Not at all. Thank you. Thank you so much. My brothers, my sisters, my aunties, my daughters, my nieces, my grandchildren. Yes, I'm 56. I am at the age of being a grandmother. A lot of my friends are grandmothers. And so to my beautiful grandchildren, Grandma says thank you. Thank you so much. On that positive note, for those of you that do not know, we are going to have a meet and greet on the 20th of July. And when I tell you, it's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. When I tell you, we have a couple of special guests and they are rolling in. It's 20th of July. We have gifts, we have goodie bags, we have prizes, we have games, we have step and repeat, we have Q&A, we have fashion, we've got food, drinks, music, dancing. It's going to be fabulous. And above all else, you're going to have what? You're going to have my brand, exclusive only to you, my darlings. It's going to be a phenomenal day, and I dare I say it's going to be the best that we have ever had. I'm becoming a master at this, and it's on my home turf here in London, United Kingdom. The vendors are popping. When I tell you, my God, you don't even know what we have for you. You don't even know what we have for you. The tickets are down below. Enjoy yourself. So why are we here, my darlings? Why are we here? Well, it's been a minute since I've talked about Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Lynn Reynolds and co, my beautiful plantation princess. As you very well know, I have been calling her that from the gate. Why? Because somebody informed me that she had had her wedding on Bloom Plantation, South Carolina. And I said, what? I said, what? And I went to check it out. And true, she actually had her wedding on a plantation. And so I just, somehow, I think it just rolled off my tongue. And I just began to call her a plantation princess. Blake Lively made most influential for Time magazine. Fumi Nation was on my DMs left and right. Homegirl made it in Time magazine. For me, I instantly said that they bought a place for that spot. There is nothing for her to have earned that in a positive light. There was nothing for... I can swing off so many. Are you trying to tell me that Blake Lively is more influential than Zendaya? And Zendaya is raw talent. No, I don't think so. But the thing is that homegirl, Blake Lively, plantation princess, is influential because she has a lot of influential people around her. And that's the PR machine that drove her to that spot. In the climate and in the temperature of where she's at with Justin Baldoni, I have to salute her with the folk that she knows. Needless to say, I said, you know what, Mama, you're out here in these streets, you got to do your research. So while we were doing our research, come to find out that in actual fact, the person that gave her this award was Sherilyn Ifill. Sherilyn Ifill was the one that wrote this write-up about Blake Lively. Yeah? And so it says Blake Lively by Sherilyn Ifill. I don't know Blake Lively of the red carpet or the Met Gala. I never watched Gossip Girl. The Blake Lively I know is a philanthropist and a student of our country's most intractable problems. She and her husband Ryan Reynolds reached out in 2019 to make a contribution to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. What did I just say? I had been getting a few of these calls as our work fighting against voter suppression and police brutality was receiving national attention. I'm always curious about the kind of research famous people do before they make that cold call to offer their support, otherwise known as cash. I remember an early conversation in which she expressed frustration that so much of our nation's history was not part of the instruction she had received as a student. Her commitment to filling those gaps and becoming the most fully informed and prepared citizen is what I appreciate most about her. Blake is a serious person, she's a risk taker, and she's committed to moving this country forward for her children and for mine. Sherilyn Eiffel, please do not talk gibberish. Please don't. You took the coin and that was what it was. You needed the money for whatever it is because you were the 7th president of the NAACP at that time, and you were the president of the Legal Defense Fund. That was your responsibility, and whatever money that they gave to you was more than enough to pay dividends for 2025. I'm not done. The beautiful thing about social media is that we are not mainstream news. We're independents. And that goes for everybody across the board out here in these streets and Instagram, our investigative Colombo sleuths, I love Colombo, and TikTok. And so they did a kind of deep dive on Miss Sherilyn Eiffel. And that's how they found out that she was actually at the ANNCP. And this was in 2019. Why did they make the donation? And that was why I brought up what I brought up. I tell my white friends, my white followers, my white supporters, make friends with Black Americans. Make friends with them in school. Go to their homes. Find out about them. They're human beings. There's nothing to it. Understand the culture. Don't be tone deaf. Celebrate them. Know them. The donation, as far as I'm concerned, had to have a reason. Because I don't see you going around in black schools. I don't see you in colleges. I don't see you wearing African garments. I don't see you doing any of that. It's only when you need something, that's when you come out here talking about this and that. And that is where we got to what? We got to the Boom Plantation, of which Blakey Poo and her husband got married in 2012. There are 2 instances why that plantation should even be standing. You gave it back to fellow Black Americans and said, do with this what you may. White America, you owe an apology to Black America, and I don't know why you have not done it since, because your fathers, your forefathers did that. Yes, and you are guilty by association and you cannot rub that off. So the thing here is that, why didn't you do your research? You just saw this place and you just thought we'll get married here. Because other cultures, other histories, other pain and suffering has nothing to do with you. And you jumped right in to say, let us make a donation while we're at it, because narcissist Ryan went to make an announcement about Black Panther and said, oh my God, they're fantastic, and all black cast. You know what pisses me off? We're still talking about all black casts. It should not be an all-black cast. It should be great actors. You have great actors that are black, that are white, that are Latina, that are Asian. You have greatness. And in so doing, bring them from all corners.
Every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens, if you as a white person would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
That's why I'm on their necks with this Justin Baldoni case. I know you don't see me every day. I know I don't do all the updates all the time. But I'm here. That was how They came out and apologized. We did not know that we were on a plantation. We had no idea. Oh my God. And they quickly went, because when he made the announcement about all black cast, Ryan Lyon, who is fantastic at buying up companies, putting it out there with his influence and selling it, they got coin. But have you seen where he's gone out to get solely black actors, to say, let me get black talent? It's not enough for you to sit out there and say, oh, you know what, let me give a shout out. That's easy. Do the hard work. Do the hard work. No, not at all. We'll give you money, but we won't sit with you. We won't dine with you. We won't really grind with you. We won't be out there, you understand me, supporting all of this. We won't do any of that. Why don't you go to the jails and you'll see that majority are all our black sons. It kills me to see 15, 16, 17-year-old boys, black boys, that are easily my sons, are in prisons. Why is the divide? Because white America does not really give an F. They really don't. I'll give a shout out. You're in the film industry. Why didn't you have black talent mandatory in all of your films? Sidebar, let me tell you something. And I get it. Ula, when he was dating me, really said, he came to me, said, Fumi, no, unacceptable. I said, why? He said, you've opened my eyes. I love you, Fumi. You sexy little thing, you sexy fox. But you've opened my eyes. You know what he did? And I'll say here. In his company, he hires black before white. Across the board. And all the cleaners and all the drivers, he doesn't want them to be black anymore. No. We have to elevate. He didn't see it. He felt bad about that. And it made a difference. There comes a time when you got to call the true tea. Call it for what it is. It doesn't make sense. And that's why I am honorary for my fabulous black Americans who have taken me as a black American. But my God, you're the best. You're the best across the board. And it's not at what you do. It's the way you hold your spirit every single day. And you go out and you do the best that you can. But I promise, like Cat Williams, there's a revolution going on. The time has come. We're just not aware of it. But the time is here. Big Lively and Ryan Reynolds, from their history of privilege, of the opportunity to climb on other people's shoulders and take literally what is not theirs. And you have the flagrant audacity to have a wedding on a plantation. And so what? Blake is in trouble again. So we go back to Sherilyn and say, you know what, we made a donation. Put her as one of the most influential of 2025. So my darlings, you ask me, is she influential? She's influential, darling, because she has people that are tone deaf to the injustice. But we are here to keep on reminding them. She's very influential. Blakey Poo, my beautiful, beautiful plantation princess, good on you. Good on you. Take it with a pinch of salt. My darlings, do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you what? I'll see you sooner than later.